Hello everybody, welcome to this video session. Today we are going to discuss sentence reordering, which is a very common question type in the English section of both bank PO and clerk prelim exams. Before we get to the discussion of this very important question type, we have a request for you. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank Exams, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you can get regular notifications. In this channel, we regularly post very useful videos with updates and tips on all areas related to bank, insurance and other exams. Okay, so now back to our question type for this video, that is sentence reordering. Now, what do you mean by sentence reordering? You are given a jumbled up sentence which is broken up into parts, usually 5 parts in bank exams, and you need to identify the right order of these parts so that it forms a coherent sentence. Okay, so now you must be familiar with para formation, or what we call PFQ questions, right? You must be familiar with this question type. This is also a very common question type in bank exams. We will be discussing this in a video very soon. Okay, so there we will give you very detailed tips on how to solve this question. In para formation, you have a few sentences given to you. They are jumbled up and you have to identify the right order. Okay, very often students ask us if para formation and sentence reordering are the same. They are not the same. The obvious difference is that in para formation, you have a paragraph, you have many sentences. Whereas in sentence reordering, you have parts of a sentence, of a single sentence. That is the obvious difference. But other than that, when it comes to the technicalities, okay, the main difference is that in PFQ, what matters is the idea flow. The idea flow is very important because a paragraph contains many ideas and you need to look at the order in which the ideas are arranged to enable a seamless flow of thought. Whereas here, there is only one sentence, and one sentence usually does not contain more than one idea, or it may contain 2 ideas which are connected together using a conjunction or any word which indicates contrast, etc. Right. So here, what you need to focus on is not idea flow, but the sentence construction or sentence structure. Okay, sentence structure is what really matters here. So in PFQ, it is more about reasoning or logic, whereas in sentence reordering, it is the grammatical aspects that matter. Grammatical aspects will give you hints as to how to arrange the sentence properly. Okay, so let us discuss some questions, and as we discuss each question, I'll give you hints on how to arrange the sentence properly. Now, when I said that the grammatical aspects matter, it doesn't mean that you really need to know all these technical terms. Okay, the grammatical aspects, we can explain a sentence reordering question in terms of prepositional phrase or noun phrase, main clause, subordinate clause. But that is not necessary at all, because you guys might get scared thinking, oh my God, do we need to know all these things? No, it is absolutely not necessary. So when I explain these questions today, I will try and steer clear of these technical terms and explain it to you based on just common sense, so that you will also learn to solve these questions using only common sense. Believe me, that is all you need. Okay, and yes, a basic grip over the language. You need to know the basic structure of the English language, like subject verb agreement, things like that. Yeah. So now let us look at the first question. Okay. The instructions are the same for all the questions. That is, a statement has been divided into 5 segments, each of which is indicated by A, B, C, D and E, and you need to rearrange the segments to form a coherent statement. Now, as we read each of these segments, we need to try and find, first, we need to find the sentence starter, right? We need to find the sentence starter. The sentence starter, what can it be? It can be, usually, very often, it can be a subject, okay? Like the government did something, or, they said that, something like that. Any subject, any person who or entity that performs an action. Or it can start with a conjunction, it can start part of a coordinating conjunction, that is like neither nor, so it can start with neither. It can start with things like according to, it can start, there are many ways of starting a sentence, right? It can show a time period from this period onwards, or since the beginning of the 20th century. There are different ways of starting a sentence. So first we will look for the sentence starter, and then we will look at the structure of the sentence. We will see, is there any scope for connections? Is there a scope for contrast? Okay, are there any prepositions which indicate that a particular word should come before or after that? There are many things that need to be kept in mind while solving this question. However, these are things which you will know intuitively, okay? It is not that deliberately you have to focus on all these aspects. Okay, let us see. Now, is potential for the. When you see this segment, you know this is definitely not the sentence starter, that much you know. And what will come before this? There is potential for the, right? That is the natural precedent that we expect here. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Sector to grow in the future. What sector? Either the name of the sector should come before this, or it should say the sector. Something like that should come before this, right? So, for each sentence segment, it is important for you to make these guesses in your mind. According to the, okay? According to the is possibly a beginner, right? It can begin the sentence and it will be followed by somebody or something. According to the somebody or something. Okay. Let us see. Wealth management. Wealth management is a very generic kind of term. So, we don't know. It could start the para or maybe not. Let us see. Investors, there. Okay. Investors, there cannot start the para. Start the sentence. That you know. Now, let us see. Wealth management can start, or according to the can start. Investors, there is potential for the. We said that for this is potential for the only possible connection or the only possible precedent is there. So, investors, there is potential for the. Let us try and write this down here. Then we can change this order if required. Now, what about if we start according to the investors? There is potential. There is potential for the sector to grow in the future. Now that makes sense, right? There is potential for the sector to grow in the future, which means, so we can have E, A, B. But what sector are we talking about? We need the name of the sector. So, wealth management sector. Yes, wealth management is a sector. So, what in investors, there is potential for the wealth management sector to grow in the future. Now, what is missing? According to the investors, okay, that is the starting. Now, did you see we did not use any grammatical terms here? Just by using common sense, we figured out this answer, right? Okay, so what is our answer? CEADB, which is option 3, okay? Why I keep emphasizing don't worry too much about the grammatical terms is many students come to us with concerns that they don't know grammar theory. Grammar theory is something we teach in our classes in depth. However, even if you do not really know these words, these technical terms, it does not matter, okay? As long as you know how to apply these concepts. Fine. So, let us look at the second question. Okay. The whole Indian subcontinent. Okay. The whole Indian subcontinent can start the sentence probably, we don't know. According to the geographic. Okay. That also can start the sentence. Dispersion of the Paleolithic. Dispersion of the Paleolithic may not be able to start the sentence. Why? Because usually we say the dispersion of the Paleolithic. Okay, we don't just say dispersion of the Paleolithic, the dispersion of the Paleolithic. So, this may not start the sentence. Cites this civilization may. That doesn't make sense. It is only a fragment. It is part of the sentence and not the beginning, right? Have been present throughout. Okay, have been present throughout. We don't know, but now we see a pattern here. What do we see? This civilization may have been present throughout, right? How did we find that pattern? When we saw have, we knew that this should be preceded either by a plural subject, third person, or it should be first, I have been or you have been. But in a sentence like this, which is talking about geographic dispersion, etc., there is no place for first person and second person. I and you will not be there. So, either it should be a third person plural, right? They have been or some things have been, or it should be preceded by an auxiliary. Again, auxiliary is a grammatical term, don't worry about that. Something like may have been, should have been, will have been, etc., which will make it a perfect tense, right? Fine. So, now we have may have been present throughout. Fine. Okay. Now, what about the rest of the sentence? Let us see. According to the geographic, the whole Indian subcontinent, dispersion of the Paleolithic cites this, okay. This civilization may have been present throughout what? That is the natural question. Throughout the whole Indian subcontinent. That makes sense, right? So, we have DEA. But D cannot start the sentence. We need something before that. Now, what do we have? What are we left with? We are left with B and C. So, according to the geographic dispersion of the Paleolithic sites, and then there is a comma to break the sentence there. So, that becomes perfect. Okay. So, according to the way the Paleolithic sites are dispersed or placed, we can say that this civilization may have been present throughout the whole Indian subcontinent. Okay. So, B, C, D, E, A is the answer. Yeah. It is easy now, right? Once you make sense of the sentence, it is very easy. Okay. Next question. Despite the inclement weather, inclement means unfavorable, bad weather. Okay. Despite the inclement weather can start the sentence, right? Either you say despite the weather something happened, or we say something happened despite the weather. But there is a comma after despite the inclement weather. So that indicates that it could be probably the starting, because something is following after the comma. Okay, punctuations are also very important in sentence reordering. Fine. Now, scaling the rugged terrain. Okay, so there was inclement weather and despite that somebody scaled the rugged terrain maybe, right? Rugged is rough, rough terrain is the land. Okay, the determined hikers pressed on. Okay, so now we know that the determined hikers are the ones who probably scaled the rugged terrain despite the inclement weather, right? It's making sense. With unwavering resolve and indomitable spirit. Now, these two are characteristics of the determined hikers. D and E cannot be separated, so we put D and E together. Now, despite the inclement weather, okay, who did this? The determined hikers. The subject comes there. So, A starts the sentence, then despite the inclement weather, the determined hikers pressed on. There is a comma there also to break the sentence again. What did they do? They scaled the rugged terrain with unwavering resolve and indomitable spirit. Okay, so that is the first option. Right? Next, we move on to the fourth question here. Sustainable urban development. Okay. Sustainable urban development can probably start the sentence. We do not know. Navigation and bolster safety for. That cannot start the sentence, right? Some navigation, we don't know what navigation, and bolster or strengthen the safety for. Okay. Rapid urbanization necessitates. Okay. This could start the sentence, right? Rapid urbanization becomes the subject of that sentence. Rapid urbanization, and it's followed by a verb, necessitates, it requires, it could be, let us see. Innovations that transform urban. Okay, fine. We don't know where that will come. Definitely, it may not be the starting of the sentence. We already found the starting actually. Effective traffic management with. Okay, now what do we have? Rapid urbanization necessitates. It can necessitate sustainable urban development, or it can necessitate effective traffic management. It has to necessitate something, right? So, if it is sustainable urban development, then rapid urbanization necessitates sustainable urban development, then we cannot have anything after that, right? We need some connective. So, let us see, sustainable urban development, there are no connectives at the beginning of any of these segments. So, we need a part that ends with a connective. Are you getting me? Yeah. So, rapid urbanization necessitates effective traffic management with. It is this connective that shows us that this could be the next part, because none of the remaining sentence segments have a connective in the beginning. So, we need some connective there, right? So, effective traffic management with what? What will follow then? Let us see. Innovations that transform urban navigation and bolster safety for sustainable urban development. Okay, so that is CEDBA, which is option 3. Did you get the flow of the sentence? I hope you did. It is this connective which gave us a very precious hint as to the order. Okay, now after this with, if you can only put something that is related to transport. Now, if you say with navigation and bolster safety for, that does not make sense. What navigation? So, with innovations that transform urban navigation. Then it is complete. That is how we figured out this order. Okay. Now, the next question, last question we are discussing here. Times as early civilizations ardently. What times? Obviously, this cannot start the sentence. As religion, conquest, trade and wealth. Okay. That can probably start the sentence. As religion, conquest, trade and wealth. Something followed by a verb. Probably possible. Humanity actively drove history by. Okay. That can start the sentence also. So, there is a connective. There is by here. So, humanity actively drove history by either doing something, an ing verb, or by a noun, right? That could be the pattern. Let us see. Pursued discovery for reasons such. Reasons such. Such will be followed by as, right? So, we have an easy clue here. I mean, a clue which makes it very easy. D will be followed by B. That we have figured out now. So, B is not the starting of the sentence. That also we know. So, then what is the other possible starter? C. C is the starter. Okay. You can, of course, in the exam look at the options. Once you get this much, you can look at the options and you will easily get the answer. But I am showing you how to solve the entire question. Now, after C, what do we have? Humanity actively drove history by times as early civilizations. That does not make sense. Humanity actively drove history by seeking the unknown from ancient times. Right? We said that by should be followed by either an ing form or some noun, but this noun times will not make sense here. So, we have the order C, E, A, D, B. Okay. So, these are the questions we planned to discuss in this video. Hope you have understood that what matters is the sentence structure. Okay. So, two things you need to keep in mind are the grammatical elements of the sentence and of course the meaning of the sentence. Once you figure out the meaning of the sentence while reading itself, if you are able to understand, while reading all the segments, if you are able to figure out what this is about, then you use your knowledge of grammatical elements also, and this question is actually very, very easy and it should not be very time consuming. Compared to para formation, this is much less time consuming. Okay. So, for more such very, very useful videos on all aspects concerning bank exams as well as other exams like SSC, insurance, railway, etc., please subscribe to or join our channels in various social media forums. All the links are given in the description box below. Okay. We have Telegram, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. So, we post very regular updates and tips not only in English but in all subject areas, and also we give latest updates on various exam notifications, etc. Okay. So, please remember that we also have classroom coaching as well as online classes. If you would like to attend our classroom coaching, please contact your nearest time center, and if you would like to join our online course, you could enroll at t4e.info/banksssconline. Okay. See you soon in another video. Keep practicing. All the best.